Welcome back. And the UAE has announced it will exit OPEC to prioritize national interests, dealing a major blow to global oil coordination. The move comes amid disruptions in the Strait of Hormuz and heightened tensions from the Iran war. With nearly 4.8 million barrels per day capacity exiting the bloc, will this move shake the already hit global energy market? Let's bring in Ashesha first off with regard to what this means.
Well, yes, big news coming in for the global oil market where UAE has decided to exit the OPEC Plus and OPEC cartel, that's the global oil cartel. This will come into effect on the 1st of May 2026. That's a big move in itself, and that is likely to be a game changer for the global oil market going forward if supplies were to rise. This, remember, is an evolution of sector policy towards greater flexibility. This is the rationale behind the exit that has been done by United Arab Emirates from the OPEC and OPEC Plus global oil cartel. In fact, we have UAE's energy minister who has said that this is a policy decision. It has been done after a careful look at current and future policies, which means it is a strategic shift that UAE has announced when it comes to oil market going forward. This is related to the level of production and has nothing to do with global geopolitics. So that's an important commentary that has come in from UAE's energy minister. In fact, global experts also suggest that this is a strategic shift that UAE has done. UAE has said that Abu Dhabi will continue to act responsibly. They will bring additional production to the market depending on the demand and supply in the global market, which means that they will not try to push more oil in the global market, but it will depend on global demand and supply dynamics when it comes to the global oil market. Now, the two main reasons why UAE has done this. One, of course, is the widening gap between oil supply and OPEC Plus quota. UAE has much more supply capacity than it currently supplies to the global oil market. This is on account of the restrictions that have been placed by the OPEC Plus group cartel. Growing weight in regional and global energy, that's UAE's growing weight in global and regional energy, is one of the other reasons why UAE has decided and exited out of OPEC Plus group with effect from the 1st of May. Now, the key concerns, of course, will be idle and underutilization of their capacity, which they aim to capitalize going forward. Energy transition is a big theme, which means that if they have supply, they have limited time to actually monetize those oil resources because the world is now going green. And if at all that transition were to happen faster, UAE has limited time to actually capitalize on the oil resources that the country has. Now, the experts say that this should be viewed as a strategic evolution rather than political rupture. Lower cost, best capitalized producers are seeking greater flexibility as to where and whom they can supply oil in the global market. They don't want any kind of restrictions. So those are the two factors which continue to remain at play. But the most important question, what impact will this have on global oil prices? Experts say this is unlikely to have any impact on oil prices, at least in the near term. But in the medium term, if supplies from UAE in the global oil market were to rise, perhaps global risk premium will stay elevated and we will see elevated volatility in global oil prices because there will be no floor to cap the downside when it comes to oil prices. So clearly, premium is likely to stay elevated and we will see higher volatility in global oil prices going forward if supply in the global oil market were to rise on account of UAE's exit from OPEC Plus cartel.
Okay, and let's pick up this conversation